Hello everyone. So I'm live. Bear with me. There's a lot to discuss today, and I have like a whole lot of okay, the wife school thing. I'm gonna go through the timeline today. For anybody who's unfamiliar, it's a lot. So I was thinking about doing a video, and then I realized that stuff just kept coming in, and it got more and more and more crazy. And I was like, I don't have time because I have a real life and I have things I have to do, and I just didn't have the time to sit and make a video. And I was like, you know what? This used to be my time slot for Kai and Chris Live, and so I still have this time on Saturday. I'm going to go live and talk about the wife school cult today. So first, I'm just going to break down like the timeline. So you guys have to bear with me. I'm going to break down the timeline and kind of just talk about what it is, what happened, who the people are, and just give you guys kind of like, what happened before, how I came into it, and then we're going to talk about the madness that is happening now. Okay. Hey, HD. Okay. So bear with me. We might be here a while, so get comfortable, grab your tea. I have my tea, grab your tea. We're going to sit here. We're going to go through it. We may have some people pop in. I don't know. If some people want to join, just hit me up either on Facebook. Let me know on the screen, and I'll check my Facebook. So if you want to join in, let me know. Like I said, the plan is I'm just going to talk about the whole thing and where we are now. All right, so let's just start with what's the wife school cult. First of all, this woman named Rolo or Rokisha Cutno, somewhere in around 2014, 15, she started something called the School of Feminine Grace or something like that. And it launched into a wife school program. So that is what this whole thing is about. This woman, her name is Rokisha or Ro Cutno. She started this thing where she promised women if they took this course, this wife school course, they would get married, they would have passive income, and they would be successful. And at that, I want to say around 2015, 2016, she started charging $30,000 for this course. And she was like taking women to Paris or something, promising that they would get, this training to become a wife, and they become certified wives, and that they would get husbands, and they would have this wonderful life if they completed her course. Okay. So around 2018, so this was going, she had a good thing going. It was going. Women were signing up. I don't know if they were paying the 30,000, but they were definitely spending thousands of dollars on her courses. They were going to, she was taking them to France. And at that time there was one woman who went to France with her kids, I think, and ended up abandoned in Paris. And she wrote a blog. So this is before I even knew any of this was going on. She wrote a blog about being abandoned. Hey, Tabitha. She wrote a blog about being abandoned in France or something. So the signs were there. Around 2018 is where I come across this lady. So I come across her, it was like she was advertising wife school. And I was like, what the hell is a wife school? That doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm just laughing. Like, I'm like, what is this? And so I asked questions, and immediately shuts me down, which is, wait a minute. If you have a legitimate thing, you shouldn't be like scared of people asking questions. You shouldn't be upset at people, being curious about your product. So immediately, because she shut me down, that just made me more curious. Like, oh, that's weird. Why you want to shut me down? I'm just wondering, how do you guarantee husbands, and how do you guarantee this? And so I made an offer for her to debate me or something like that back then. I need a sip of water. Hold on. So long story short, she wouldn't debate me. So then I got very curious about wife school and I started asking questions. And people were pointing out to me that it was like she was scamming people. Like once I started digging, the scam stories started coming forward. So I put out on my own personal website, like were you a victim of wife school? And I had a series of interview questions, and you could come anonymously or you could have your name affiliated with it. And then, at the same time that was happening, some women did something called, who were part of her program, had the same time that I was asking questions, they had something called the hostile takeover, where they were exposing her for being a fraud. And this had nothing to do with me. And so it's like, it's just serendipity. We happen to be crossing paths at the same time. They were exposing her. And while they were doing that, Roe was attacking the main woman. I think, let me see. I think I remember her name. Let me see if I can remember. Somebody named L. Sybil or something like that. She was the one that was really, like pushing forward to get her exposed. So I put out a website that you could answer these interview questions. And then once the victims, because the problem with Roe, L. Sybil, the problem with Roe, hey, I say, is that when her, people who are in her programs or cult or whatever you want to call it, figure out that they're being scammed or they're being harmed and they want to leave and they want their money back, she goes on the attack. She attacks these people. And one of her tactics when they come in, she gets all their personal information, she gets all their business, anything that they may want to be ashamed of. And she picks her victims very wisely, in the sense that she picks people who are very vulnerable, who are already, ripe for being victimized, who have already been abused. She knows who to pick. So she would pick people who are already vulnerable and already scared of being, exposed to the world for whatever they're ashamed of. And so she would like get their license, driver's license, that she would get all their background. And so as soon as those people decided that they didn't want to be involved anymore, she would post all of that stuff online to intimidate them, to make them be quiet. So as L. Sybil was doing this, she was attacking L. Sybil. And so again, that's when being that you could talk about her anonymously on my website really opened the door for a lot of victims to come forward. So yes, exactly, Darla. So a bunch of people, came to my website, shared their stories. And that's when I was like, oh, this isn't just a scam, it's a cult. Like she had these people brainwashed into like thinking that they couldn't leave and that it was the only way. And so around 2018 is when the exposure kind of like from all sides, like L. Sybil was doing her thing. The people who were in that group were exposing her. They were posting her courses online. It was, like I said, she was saying that they would be a certified wife and they would never get divorced and they would get passive income. None of these things were happening. She had no credentials. She had no protections. It was just completely emotional manipulation. And then she would isolate these people so that they couldn't talk to anybody else. So it was like it was totally a cult thing. Like everything was just about her and control and taking their money. And she was just taking their money. She was telling women to take out loans and not pay them back. And these people were going broke. Yeah, fake recycled certificate. It was just this whole scam. But at the same time, it was also this power and control over these women. These women did not have any escape plan. They were end up in places, like I said, she abandoned more than one person. Like the woman in Paris was not the only person abandoned in a foreign country. Like this pattern of, if you don't do what I say, because they would go over with very little information. Like they would get to a foreign country like Paris or Senegal or whatever, and they wouldn't have accommodations, they wouldn't know the language, they wouldn't know how to get around. And so there was this dominance over these people, so that like that's where the human trafficking comes in. I don't think that Roe understands what human trafficking is, but if you get somebody to go from one place to another with the intention of dominating and controlling them and using them and taking their money, it's human trafficking. So like she had these women, pretty much just scared. So that was like 2018. Then in 2019, when everybody's talking about it, you can tell that there's a complete change in how many people are involved. It's like suddenly a lot of people just quit the cult, they leave, they're not involved anymore. So she kind of comes down to her diehard group. Like there's a small circle of people, which included a family that I've talked about before. The Leafords were still in it at this time. But you could tell 2018 was a big blow. Yeah, she was taking their devices, depriving them of food. Yes, all of these things were happening. Thank you for adding, because it's a lot for me to even remember. So 2019 is it starts to really decline. Like a lot of the women who had been in the program, who had been married, so 2019, 2020, they were divorced suddenly. They were single again. A lot of the women were no longer, they no longer had husbands. They were single women. They'd become certified wives, and here they were divorced. And then she wouldn't say it was her program, that it was wife school. She would say that those women were bad students. Like it was their problem. It was their issue that caused the divorce or whatever. And let's not forget, a lot of these men were presented to these women by Roe, and they had been like in jail. They were like men. The men that she was picking for these women were not, they were not well off. And yeah, over 10 couples married and divorced through her. Yeah, like these men were not educated. They were not well off. None of the stuff that she promised worked. None of the stuff, it was all fake. It's always been fake, which is why when she was questioned, she would block people. She didn't want to be honest that she was just a scammer. And and she knew she always known she was a scammer. I mean, even and I'll get to it later, but even the husband she picked for her daughter, where she did marriage negotiations, because that was part of the white school, the marriage negotiation. They would negotiate a marriage contract. She did this for her daughter, and the marriage that she negotiated for her daughter didn't even last 3 months. So all of this stuff is like, it's all fake. Yeah, Roe isn't well educated. Nope. And she hates well educated women. And anybody who has any kind of sense, she can't scam them. Like I said, she picks her victims. They're usually very uneducated, already vulnerable. So anyway, so 2021, this is when she she does this pretty much every year. She announces the end of the white school, and she's under a lot of scrutiny. This is also around 2021 is when she's on the beach in Senegal. This is when they end up in Senegal. I can't remember when exactly they get to Senegal, but they go from France and then they're in Senegal. And Senegal is when they are homeless. Like allegedly homeless on the beach. Yeah, silent treatments, manipulation, abuse, emotional abuser. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the fruit of her labor. This is the type. Yeah, she knows who to pick. So 2021-ish, 2020, 2021-ish, she's on the beach, and I think Keisha is there, and what's the Perez, whatever, Anika is there. They're on the beach, and it's pretty obvious that they are unhoused. Their appearance is very they just look very rough. They look very dirty. They look very unkempt. So it seems as though, because they had a house, looked like a rental house in the beginning in Senegal, and then suddenly everything is outside, and they're trying to say that they're starting American Beach Club. And anyway, so that's 2021. Since then, she's traveled. And also, I want to point out, when she was in Senegal, another thing that was alarming, because this whole time, I want to point out that today I will talk about how children are involved. What I will not do is I will not post any pictures of any children. I will not share any videos of any children, because it gets very disturbing, and I protect kids. I'm not like Roe. I truly believe in protecting children. Children deserve to be protected. So I just want to put that out there, that if you think I'm not sharing that, I will talk about it, I will not share. So anyway, there's children involved this whole time. Ro has 3 daughters herself. I think Perez has a son. I think Keisha has a daughter. There's children who are homeless on a beach in 2021 with these women. And mind you, let's just talk about real quick how the wife school philosophy is man leads. Man leads. The entirety of this fiasco, yeah, Halima has a son too. The entirety of all of this madness, the entire time, there's no man leading. Zero. Like, she has what we would consider, I don't even know, like, Laurent, is he a husband? I don't know. I don't know. The man don't do anything. He don't lead nothing. So the whole man lead things, it's also a lie and a scam, because she's not even led by a man. None of these women are led by men. This is a whole matriarch situation. Ro is in charge. We all know that Ro is in charge. Where are the men? Ro is in charge. Ro is the mastermind. She's the leader. And so, she has this whole thing. So, like, now where we are is that they have gotten to a point where I think they went to, did they go to Thailand? So they went somewhere in Asia. I don't know. They went to India. They did some traveling over the last couple of years, but it's just been the core group. I just want to point out that the scam, to the masses has disappeared. Okay, so the reason that Joseph left is because Keisha wouldn't let him be a husband. Okay. No, she couldn't. She didn't pick a worthy husband for her daughter. In fact, the daughter is on husband number 2. The older daughter is on. Well, I'm not even like. Can I even call them husband? Because it takes more than So she was with one guy for 3 months, and then immediately the next month she's with another guy, which I think divorce takes longer than that. So I don't think that they could be husband. Yeah. So there's something off when a parent calls the children demons or evil. Yes. And I'm going to get into that. So I'm almost where we are at. So they end up in Asia. During this time in Asia is when the older daughter gets married. The younger daughter, who is still a minor, I want to point out she's a minor, gives birth to a child. She has a child at 17. So 20-year-old and a 17-year-old, or 19-year-old, 17-year-old, whatever. They are also with men, young men, but still men. These are not grown women. They're not grown women. So she has her daughters, and let's not forget she has a very young daughter as well, which is scary because all of this stuff gets into a very scary place. So they're in Thailand or something. The new guy that the older daughter married, and I'm using air quotes because anyway, he figures out that this is not right. He leaves because he's feeling unsafe. He has been trafficked to Asia from, I want to say he's from Ghana. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. He is trafficked under the guise of, she has a school, a business school, the Kutno Business School. And so he thinks he's going to Asia to get an education, to become a business owner or something like that. He gets trafficked to Thailand. I want to say it's Thailand. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me. And when he gets there, she marries him to her daughter, some craziness. He figures it out and he's like, I'm out. They abandon him in Thailand. So again, this is where the human trafficking comes in. He had to go to the embassy and get help from friends to get out of Thailand to get back home. This is what she's doing with these young African boys. If you see pictures of these boys in there, probably they've been trafficked from a different country to Senegal or to Asia, wherever, under the thinking that they are getting an education in business school. And she doesn't have any business school education. She's not certified to teach any business courses. And so that's where these young men are involved. So there's a whole, and she has websites for them. There's websites for all of this, where she's asking for money. You ask for, she actually gets them to pay money to go to these business schools. And end up nothing. They don't get anything out of it. All right, so during this time, I want to point out that people have been reporting her. She's been on, it's very difficult. She's in international law, and I don't know how all of this works, but I'm going to share some screenshots later. But she's eluded authorities for scamming. And another scam got to talk about. She claims she's building houses in Senegal, and there have been people who have paid money. I interviewed one of the people who have paid money for homes in Senegal, and there are no homes. So that's another scam that she's got going on. Okay. According to Rose, she claimed that she warned her not to marry Joseph, I guess, and Keisha disobeyed her. And I don't think that's true, because she's got pictures of the Andersons being like the greatest couple ever. So Keisha and Joseph were the greatest couple ever until, and we'll get into it, till Keisha left. Okay. All right. She got pregnant before she got married. We know that. And taught her daughters to do the same. But yeah, she is dangerous. She's very dangerous. Okay. All right. So where we are now. So I have been talking about this because, one, her victims are Black women and Black boys, because I want to say these young men they can't be more than 20. None of them. And usually when the victims are Black, no one cares. So I have constantly been talking about this for years. I get very tired of it because it's so maddening that this woman has not been caught. But I want to point out some new people stepped into the scene. One of them is actually on here right now, the Essay Ventura. She's there, or he, she, I don't know. I don't know your gender, so my bad. But Essay jumped up on the scene a few months back. I can't remember when you started, and you have been on it every single day, just on her, pointing out her hypocrisy, pointing out that she's a scammer. And I appreciate you for doing that, because I don't have the energy to be at this every single day. So she's been like really exposing Ro for her hypocrisy, for her scamming. And then a new person hopped up on the scene a couple months back as well. I think their name is Callie. Sam, August. Okay. I know you've been on it. Callie popped up on the scene a couple months ago too. Callie, Sam, these people are on Facebook. They have been posting all the information about how she's scamming, who she scammed. They're giving very, very detailed accounts of what's going on. And I know that these are true because, again, since I've been doing this, I will say to you guys that I wanted y'all to know I'm not the person that's really exposing Ro. It's her victims that have been exposing her. I have been the person who platforms them. That's it. Like I have a small platform. I share information. And because I do that, people do reach out to me. Somebody delete this person. Who is this here? Yeah, ban user, because we don't do that here. Okay, so I have been sharing information, but you guys have been really on it. Yeah, Essay has been amazing. You guys have been really on it. And the whole point of this exposure is to get her taken to the authorities for the crimes that she's committed. So now that I've kind of given the background, let's talk about what's been going on recently. And again, I don't even know how many screenshots, because some of them I haven't edited. So let's talk about like recently, I want to say last spring, I started a series where I was sharing how the women who are the diehards look from when they started to where they are now. They look really drained. They look really sick. They look very unhappy. So I will say that, between me and Assay and Callie and all the people who've been on that, it's been hard on them. I don't even know how the diehards are still there, but recently, I think because Assay has been so good at what she does, she has created chaos within the inner circle. And it seems as though Keisha was blamed for being Assay. That's my theory. I could be wrong. But Assay was exposing her so well that, maybe Ro turned on Keisha and Keisha left. And Keisha, if you're watching, congratulations to you. Stay safe. Stay away from her. Protect your daughter. we support you for leaving. I know it was hard because as soon as she left, this woman, yeah, right. This woman went on this disgusting assault, like she always does. Like when people leave, she just goes to the gutter, because that's where she belongs. She went on an assault against Keisha. She tried to post Keisha's, alleged medications. I don't know if that's true. She tried to say that Keisha was mentally ill and had mental health issues. I don't know if that's true. Ro lies so much that when I saw her talking about Keisha, I knew Keisha had walked out the door. It was clear, when, and I will say, from my personal opinion, Rose suffers from narcissistic personality disorder, and what she was displaying was narcissistic rage because she lost control. Yeah, gutter rat for sure. So she started posting her medical information. She started posting alleged medical information, because I don't even know how you get somebody's medical information anyway. And yeah, all this stuff, all of this narcissistic rage against Keisha because Keisha walked out the door. Like I said, Keisha, keep going, don't look back. In fact, block her on everything. Narcissists hate being ignored. It's the worst thing you can do to her is act like she doesn't exist. So just go on with your life. And then I didn't watch these, but she posted videos of Keisha, clearly being coerced, reading. Yeah, that's how I started exposing her narcissist. She demanded it of Keisha for this. Yeah. Um she getting a sad birthday present. Yeah, she's turning 50 and she looks way older than 50 because the stress of all of this is eating her up. So okay, so Keisha, she posted videos that she had recorded of Keisha. Apparently, she records her victims in compromising positions and saves the video for when they want to leave. So she posted these videos, and it's clear that she's either reading, being coerced. She's very uncomfortable. These videos are clearly the act of a manipulator. Ro, if you're watching, it's funny to me that you think that you're fooling people, because when you posted those videos, you actually exposed who you are to the world. So we're watching you do exactly what we thought you were going to do, and that is be a manipulator, be a really nasty person that you are. And then the worst thing you did was try to manipulate Keisha's daughter. And those videos, a lot of people reported those videos. Thank you to everybody who reported those videos. Manipulating a child is abuse, and you can manipulate a child. You're an adult. Children, you can get them to say anything, and that. And you sat there and you manipulated that child, and it's disgusting. And that is what made people take action. That's why I'm here today. People have been really disgusted, and no, I don't know if somebody might know the location of the rental unit. I'm gonna post some screenshots of where you can report this lady in a little bit, but this attempt to act like Keisha's the crazy one and that her daughter, I think you said she was, yeah, children are pliable. Is she like, you can manipulate a kid. It's not hard. This child, how old is Keisha's daughter? I'm not saying her name, so don't say her name, but how old is she? I think she's like 7 or 8. I'm not sure. She's a little kid. And little kids are very easily manipulated by adults. She's 8. Okay. So this is an 8-year-old. You have a 50-year-old questioning and manipulating an 8-year-old. It's a disgusting act. It's abusive, and you pretty much post it for the world to see, you abusing an 8-year-old, which means you abuse your own kids, given how they act. So this just exposed you as a child abuser, and a lot of people have reported that video. And it's to me, I didn't watch the video because I'm very sensitive to children being harmed. When people were messaging me about what was happening in the video, I feel sick, because I hate when people hurt kids. That's where I draw the line. Like, kids are off limits. And so she sat there and recorded herself manipulating an 8-year-old. Just want y'all to sit with that. So yeah, and the thing is though, I will say, Tabitha, that the women who have been involved in this are also being manipulated. Like Halima is not quite, she's 25, but she was 18 when she got in the cult. Like I want to point out that she's been manipulating these people and they're scared. A lot of these people are scared of her. There's no reason to be scared of Rokisha. She ain't nobody to be scared of. So if you're afraid, don't be afraid. Get out, run as fast as you can. She's going to do the same thing to you, but don't worry because people know who she is. They see her for who she is. She's an evil, low down, dirty, gutter rat trying to be, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, so like let's, she's a little baby. She might be addicted to something. People have come to me from Ro's past who have told me that she has a drug problem, allegedly, but they knew her way back when. They said that she used pretty much everything, crack, cocaine, whatever. I don't know, y'all. I've never seen her do it, but the behavior, it does come across as some type of drug situation. So I wouldn't be surprised that drugs are part of the problem with this cult. Like that wouldn't surprise me. What's a dry alcoholic? I don't know what that means. What's a dry alcoholic? Okay, she was arrested for public intoxication in 2000. That's on record. Yeah. So yeah, and then I know that allegedly she was a escort. So a lot of escorts, when you're involved in prostitution, a lot of them have addiction issues. All of these things have come out about Ro. So it wouldn't surprise me that the people who are in the inner circle. So I don't know who's left now. I think it's Halima, Perez, Candace. Maybe there's like three. I didn't know drugs are very expensive. I don't know. They're not in Dakar. They're in the countryside of Senegal. They're not in Dakar. They can't afford that. Okay. All right. Relapse all the time. Okay. So her being alcoholic, her being drug addicted, and the women in the group being drug addicted wouldn't surprise me, especially given their appearance. I mean, they do look very, if you watch the videos, like I have some videos that I did. I have a whole playlist on the Wife School Code. I think it's Sally. They're in Sally. I remember somebody told me that they're in Sally. So I think that's where that's where they were when they were on the beach. I will clear that up by saying that it was at least 2021. That's where they were. Yeah. So the other thing, okay, let me go back to 2018 again, just because I want to point this out, that children were removed who were affiliated with the Wife School Cult from 2 different homes in 2018. Yeah. And when it happened, this was when I had just started posting interviews from people who had been in the cult, who had been victimized. And when that was happening, Ro got online and made a video and blamed me and I think 2 other people for calling CPS on these families. Mind you, I didn't even know these families existed. Like I had never even heard of these people. So for her to, like, she was trying to cover her tracks. So the children being harmed in this cult is not new. This is not new. Yeah, I heard that Ro got the baby saving, not the older single one on purpose. I wouldn't be surprised. So she got online, made a video, and said that me and 2 other people had called CPS on people we didn't even know existed and had children removed. But I wanted to point that out, that children, and I think one of them was removed because of something about the dad being abusive, but I want to say that there was something about the engagement house in Georgia. I think one of the kids was removed because of the activities in the engagement house in Georgia. So some kind of sexually explicit activities in that house. So those children, Well, no, you don't look basic, Tabitha. I'm not going to agree with that. Okay. Anyway, so you don't look basic at all. You look clean. You look neat. There's nothing about you that's basic. I have to disagree. Anyway, like your hair is combed. Yeah, like you don't look like them. Anyway, the kids, they were removed from the cult. So this is not the first time kids have been in danger in this cult. And let me just talk about, like, she supposedly has like a parenting course, a super parenting course that you pay for. And if you ever take the time to go to her page, her children, her older two daughters are there on her page, cursing, fighting, saying the most, they're not classy or educated. It's not feminine grace. This is really gutter level behavior. So if you want to see, her parenting skills, uh they're on display in her own kids. They're on display. Like, her parenting skills are right there for everyone to see. Her daughters are, I as a mom, I feel bad for her kids. That's me as a mom. I have a 17-year-old at home, and I feel like they didn't even have a chance to grow into smart, educated, vivacious young women, because of their mom. Now, on the flip side, as someone who's been attacked by these young ladies, it I just have to say, like, you know, you're not gonna make it. Not with what you're doing, not with what your mom taught you. Oh yeah, let's not forget the weight loss course. Yeah, yeah. If you take that course, your child will turn into what she accuses Keisha's daughter of being. And to accuse a child, you know, I didn't watch the video, but I saw some of the things that people posted saying that she was trying to kill a kid, that she was using her body to get things from men. These things are, this is the adults. The adults are putting this on a child. Like, this is disgusting that you would say this about kids. Like, you would say this about an 8-year-old. Like, 8-year-olds are not out to kill anybody, and if they are, they need to be in a psychiatric hospital. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I feel as though the whatever happened in Georgia, where the children were removed because the engagement house allegedly had a lot of sexual things going on in it. Like, I think she was teaching how to, a fellatio course or something like that. Yeah. Any issues that baby had were caused by Roe, guaranteed, and she may have been molested. I agree with all of those. Also, let's not forget that one of Rose's daughters, the older one, said that she was uncomfortable around the men in the home. Like, all of this is happening on her watch. And again, let's not forget that she has two older daughters by a previous relationship, and she's brought them into this marriage. I don't know if you want to call it marriage. I don't know. With this guy from France. It's all very, it gives me the ick. The whole thing gives me the ick. Yes, children repeat what they see and hear. I agree with that. I think I have a picture of her holding that baby somewhere. Yeah. Like, those, when I'll just talk about, like, Perez for a second. Perez was in a cult before. She was in a cult before. So she was just easily victimized to go to another cult. It's a lot of times the people who end up in cults have already been in some type of environment that makes them vulnerable, like, to being in another cult. And so it's not surprising that right now she's still there. She looks terrible. Yeah, she was in the Hebrew. I think she was in the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, it's hard to put into words. Like, it's overwhelming. I just want you guys to know that there are times where I feel like I'm not even deeply in. I am just sharing information, And sometimes, like, between my social media and my phone and all the things that are happening, it's just like it's so much. And it's like, at what point does it get better? At what point does it stop? Halima is okay with Ro as long as she remains palatable and doesn't comb her hair. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but yeah. Yeah, and Perez. Okay, so Perez kind of replaced Angela, right? Angela was like the bulldog in the beginning, because I remember when in 2018, like, Angelo and his wife are out of the cult. They have been battling Roe from the other side. So they were a couple who were involved. I did a video about them, and they have been in a feud back and forth. She's gotten away with so much. She really is. She's got she and okay, let me start pulling up some stuff. Yep. Yep. It's gone way further. So y'all give me a second so I can, like, pull up some places that you guys can report. If you are in the cult, if you have, gotten scammed by her, there's like some places you can go. So here, let me see. This is, y'all have to bear with me because I have to do everything over here. Okay, let me see. So apparently this this Facebook page is a place that you can report her. Okay, there's Angelo. Yeah, she's a poodle. She's doing the job you used to do because you attacked me back in the day. I don't forget stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are out. So this is a place that you can report if you were involved. I'm going to try to go through and find all of the places you can report people that I have. All right, let me see. Please write these things down and then reach out to me if you missed them. And just bear with me because there's so much stuff. All right, here's another person you can report her to. It's been chaos for over 15 years. I agree. Oh, thank you, Little Flowers. She's not little anymore. She's taller than me. She's a big girl, or she's a young lady, I should say. That's another person you can report. I'm going to give you another one. Please write these down. We have to keep, like I said before, it sucks that she's done all these things, and these people that are victims are all Black, and nobody has picked this woman up. It's got to end at some point. And so I commend all the people who have just really been on it and like just giving her hell. You guys are doing the hard work. You guys that are reporting, here's another person you can report. Yeah, I understand you ride hard. I get that, and I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad you woke up. I'm not even gonna be like, I don't forget, but I'm not upset that you guys woke up and got out, because apparently, I think you said something, she tried to set up your wife. I saw a story you were talking about when you guys were, I forget what country you were in, another country, where she tried to have your wife kidnapped. Am I making that up? Because I don't even know. Like, I think I read that she tried to have your wife kidnapped, or like, sex trafficked or something. Okay, so that did happen. Can you elaborate what was going on there? So I'm sharing these. It was reported today. Okay, so wait a minute. Send me a note on Facebook, Angela, and I will bring you on if you want to come on. If you want to come on. Which one of you guys want to come on? Send me a Facebook note and I'll send you a link and you can join. Cause this has got to end. It's gotten to a point we're going into years and years of madness. I'm sure she lost you. You guys, like, to me, it's like I don't even know how y'all fell for it. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to, put you down. She needs earrings. Okay. I'm not trying. Just send me a message on Facebook, and I'll send you a link. Um, I'm not trying to put you guys down, but at the same time, I just don't understand how you fell for it in the first place. Um, it's just crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me how anybody could fall for this madness. So, um, but yeah, so I would love to hear the story of her trying to get your wife kidnapped. Cause like I said, I saw it in passing and I was like, what is going on here? So when y'all are ready, send me a note. I don't know, Tabitha, if there was a husband who was posting for a whole, like, I guess a year or so trying to find his wife. Yeah. The whole thing, like I said, this whole thing, for me personally, it's been a lot. I want you guys to know it's been a lot. Like, I don't even want to be involved. I don't, like, half the time I think, like, I wrote about it, like, you have to when you're presented with information to do the right thing, you have to do the right thing. And for me, what happened was I harmed, and I want to be specific. And nobody was talking about it. No news media, no bloggers, nobody was talking about it. And I just was like, I got a little following. I can share some information because that is the right thing to do. Like, the right thing to do is to bring it to the light, let people know what's going on. Yeah, I never thought it would. Like I said, I didn't know. I came along when she was really scamming. And I was like, this looks like, what are you talking about, wife school? Like, for me, in the beginning, I was like, this is nonsense. Like, what is going on? I had no idea how dark and deep it went. And it just, like, the harm that she's caused so many people, even right now, what she's doing to Keisha is crazy. It's just, like, how do you, I mean, I know that you can get away with hurting Black people easier, but how do you do it for so many years? Like, how do you evade prosecution for so long? Just the scamming alone, somebody should have picked her up. Like, taking people's money all these years in Senegal for houses. Mind you, let me just talk about real quick how they've been building houses since, I want to say, 2019, and not one house is complete. It's 2026. Nobody got a house yet. Like, nobody has a house. They're not even staying in a house themselves. They are sharing a rental with a bunch of people. Like, and if you ever, hi, princess, thank you. And if you ever, see the pictures, it's not even that big of a place for all those people to be in there. And apparently, like, the accommodations for other people have been, and other places, like, they had people sleeping, like, strangers, like women who came for the wife school program who had never met each other, had to share beds with another woman they'd never met. Like, this madness, just the scamming alone, I feel like she should, be in trouble for that. Like, forget about the abuse, forget about the manipulation. Like, there's just the financial scam itself. She should have been prosecuted for a long time ago. The only thing that I can say that has happened is that she can't make the money she was making before. She can't make the money she made before. There's no way she can make what she was making because everybody has exposed her. People have been fighting to keep her from scamming other people, and and that includes me and all the other people. Yeah, so the reason she's been hard to charge for scamming is because there's no real definition of what a course is, and it can be charged for it. So she sent you a video and called it a product. Some of it fit, yeah. Yeah, and then I forget, remember she was asking for donations, like you would donate instead of paying for a course. So that's another way she eluded authorities in terms of getting, being able to get stuff without being charged for scamming. So, and from what I heard, the properties that she so-called building are authorized because she lives in a small village and was able to get around the loopholes. She's not authorized to build anything where she is. Okay, so look, y'all, it's so much madness. Donations is why she can't come back to the USA. Now, did she renew? I know that her passport should have expired by now because, like an idiot, she posted her passport. I don't know why you would do that like a dummy, but it had the expiration date on it, and I think it's expired by now. So I don't know. I know that she posted a picture with French passports. So I don't know, y'all. It's just, yeah, she renewed a French passport, and like it's just, there are no buildings, no properties, none. So the construction sites that she's posting like regularly, whose construction sites are those? Are they just wandering around a village, like going, and people are building houses, and she's just filming these people building houses? Like I don't understand. Like she's always posting on construction sites, but nothing is ever finished. Like, clearly somebody's building something and have been building. So like I said, they've been building since like 2020. So like, is she just randomly like this crazy American black lady walking around in Senegal for 20,000? You get a house, a husband, interior design, braiding, and cooking school. That's hilarious. It's not even funny, y'all. I know we laugh. Like I have had many laughs over this. I know we laugh. Because it's so ridiculous, right? Like it's ridiculous. Like I'm not the only person that thinks it's ridiculous that the stuff that they say and do is ridiculous. No, nobody builds any lime green camo flip-flops. And who gave them all those pants? Like, did y'all see that everybody got those pants? Like, everybody got a pair of those weird printed pants. Like, what was that about? Like, there's so many weird things that happen. Like the McDonald's picture. Like, y'all, did anybody see the Thailand McDonald's picture? And they said it was a Halloween costume, but nobody dresses up. Like, okay, I'll look for your PM. I see it. All right, I'm sending you a link. Did anybody else see the uh the McDonald's costumes? Like, what was that? Like, I feel like maybe McDonald's paid them to take a picture. McDonald's, like, I imagine that everything is trying to get some money somewhere, and they're always on the next hustle. So dressing the whole family up as McDonald's people, I feel like that was what it was. So she said filet o fish. I didn't. Okay, and then the whole I don't understand how anybody falls for the scam, because this whole I'm rich, I'm classy, I'm educated. Anybody who has money, who has an education, who actually has class can see none of those things are happening over there. Not one. I think like they posted they went to Cheesecake Factory in Thailand. Who goes to Cheesecake Factory in Thailand? Okay, I will. Thank you so much, Taryn. I appreciate it. Who's doing this? Going to Cheesecake Factory in Thailand? Like, you can go to Cheesecake Factory anywhere here. That's it. To me, it's like, how are people falling for it? And Angelo, I sent you the link. Hopefully, you got it. So we're gonna talk about when they get here what happened there. But like the whole, like, okay, I just went to Italy. Hopefully you guys watch the videos of me and my family in Italy. I have posted them, and we are not the scamming family. We are fun, and it's my mom and my daughter. But we went to Italy. We went to museums. We went and saw cultural sites. We ate traditional like food. Like, how are you going to a foreign country and you're visiting American restaurants? Oh my god, that just drives me crazy. Like, that's not the point. I can get if you've lived there a long time and then you want to, like, who does that? All right. Regarding the house being built, I mean, I know the rules are different in other countries, so she probably, no, she can't. That's not how it works. There are rules about owning property. So foreign nationals can own property in some countries. Some countries have very strict rules. Right. Cheesecake Factories. Don't get me wrong. I like Cheesecake Factory. Don't go. Hold on. Let me. Cheesecake Factory is cool with me. Like if I'm at the mall and I'm shopping with my daughter and my mom or whatever, we might stop at the Cheesecake Factory, get some, have a little something for lunch or whatever. I'm not down in Cheesecake Factory. I'm just saying, like, if I go to a foreign country, Cheesecake Factory is not at the top of my must eat list. So, it's just crazy to me that she would post it. Like, I think they posted it more than once. Like, I think they posted pictures in the Cheesecake Factory, picture on top of the Cheesecake Factory. Okay, where are you? There they are. Turn your camera on before I bring you to the stage. So, all right. Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear?
What it do? Can you hear us?
You're on mute or something. Do you have a mic?
Right here.
All right. So you all
can
have
hear?
Queasy and Bean. Still can't hear you.
Still can't hear?
You gotta get your mic on. Give access to the to StreamYard for your microphone. Did I see the pizza she posted? Now she's selling pizza. She's not selling pizza. Is she really? Oh, remember when she had the butler and the maid and the like she had so many like things going on.
Is attached?
No.
Like it's like scam after clothes are always dingy and dirty. Like it's like going to Pizza Hut in Italy. Exactly. Like nobody is doing that. And the whole I educated still can't hear you. I have nothing from you guys, nothing at all. And if like it has to be, if you want to come, hold on.
I'm gonna go and come back.
And you're frozen now. I still can't hear you.
I'm gonna go and come back.
Oh, you guys go back out and come back in and see if it asks you to share your mic or to connect the mic. All right, we're gonna try to. Oh, you can hear them? Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear them. I heard nothing. So they're gonna come back. Hopefully, I couldn't hear them. All right, let's see.
What about now?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Still can't hear?
Still can't hear?
I can hear. Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, great. All right, hello. This is our official first time actually meeting one another. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Question Black. My real name is Angelo Gianni Lefford, but I used to go by Angelo Gianni until another story of why I picked Wesley Black. My wife, Kristen.
Just Custom, but Rose still calls me a Bina.
All right. So we have history, of course. I am happy you guys got out. I just want to say that. Like when I heard you all left, I was like, yeah. Like even though you were real mean, I was still very like it's just like Keisha. It's like Keisha now. Like every time somebody leaves, I'm like thankful that you guys got out because I could see you were being manipulated. I could see that you were being used, and so I was really, really happy that you all made it and that it's over with that madness. All right, so tell me about because, like I said, I saw in passing the whole something about you, Kasum, were like. They tried to have you kidnapped. Like I saw, like I want y'all to know that there's so much going on, and I have a very busy life. I have a teenager who's in theater, so like for me, I'm like pop in, read, pop out, and like I don't catch every single thing. But I saw that, and I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But I never came back to it because I was like, okay, we'll get there. So we know that she traffics people. Go ahead and tell your story.
Okay, I'm gonna answer your other question about. How did we even like get in? Well, I was on some hotep shit,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
which is like a gateway cult. It's a gateway cult to another cult.
Yeah. So before then, I always been about trying to get money and power, since I was hustling in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But it upgraded when I went to the hotep stuff, the sovereign, get land, all that type of concepts, right? So when Umar Johnson was playing everybody, you know, it kind of like killed the morale in the conscious community. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On that tip. When we bump into Roe, actually, I used to be in affiliate marketing, messing with MLMs and scams, y'all want to say, and all that type of shit, right?
Right.
So a girl named Renee Forsada I used to mess with in the Power Network thought she used to be like, when you gonna get back in? Because I stopped. I got into revolution. I stopped capitalism cold turkey and tried to get it. Because I used to have, I mean, y'all can look, I used to have a youth movement back in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I always try to get in community activism type stuff because of my grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And other. So I started that, and when that Mike Brown stuff happened, you know, all this stuff started being trendy about police killings. I stopped affiliate marketing. I went straight to revolution. Story for another time, right?
Okay.
So when I got my case in South Carolina from revolution, right, I needed to leave America, right? So when Roe popped on the scene, talking the same Hotep stuff, you know what I'm saying, land sovereign stuff, I found her because Renee was like, here's something, because I said I would never get back in the affiliate market unless it's black people, right? So Renee hit me up and said, I think you would kill this. And she added me to our Black and Wealthy group. You see what I'm saying? So I watched for a while. I'm paying attention to the money part. But when I saw the relationship stuff, I was like, hey, baby, you might want to see this too. So I put her in the group. You see? Because my wife was searching for, because I was so caught up in revolution, it was destroying my family. And my wife was looking for something to get me away from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't with it.
Yes,
I mean,
was.
I'm biracial, so it kind of went against everything that is part of me. So
Yeah. So it was kind of destroying our marriage at the time. So she was looking for stuff that can get us back on track. You know what I'm saying? So two things was going on. Two things going on. The sovereign land I'm looking for with black people building families, like our concept of black people need to get, you know, get back restored and come as a power. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for that. She's looking for a fixed relationship, right? So when my girl, I'm trusting my girl. Like she added me in there. Like, okay, this is probably be another affiliate marketing I can assist. Because bro was talking about the BIP program, affiliate marketing. So I was like, I can crush this. I used to kill it in 2013, you know. So I was like, I can crush this. So that's how we got introduced, right?
Right. So how did she get you to France? So y'all got introduced. How did she get you to France? Like you got introduced online, right?
Right. Okay.
But we met her in person.
We met her in person.
Okay. In the States? So she was in the States still?
In the States. In the States. Because when I jump on something, I get serious. So, so I mean, we had red flags, but I'm like, maybe that's just a online stuff, trolling.
I'm sure they were red flags the whole time.
Yeah. I also cut up. Make a long story short, I was so caught up in my lust for power, I just ignored a lot of stuff that can answer some of your questions. But so we checked her out. We was like, maybe she's different in person type stuff. Right. So we meet her in person. So we met her in person, and she was kind of like trying to.
We met in person.
Where did you meet?
Georgia.
At the Georgia State. Because what she told us was that was paid for, that they owned. So they paid $200 flat on, right?
Okay. That was the engagement house, right?
Yeah. Nancy talking about on her little documentary that we stopped trying to pay to own it because it was too much with dealing with. That's a lot. She told us that she lied and said she paid for it, right? That was done. Okay. So I immediately went online. Was like, look, Umar Johnson was paying us our donations because we donated towards the white school stuff because he said it would go towards the land that we get.
She said it's something that you have to do in order to be even in the organization. You got to do wife school. Right.
So we donated toward.
Even though you were married. You were married, and she made you go to wife school.
Yeah.
Well. The thing is, my wife, like I said, my revolutionary thing was destroying our marriage. My wife was looking for something to get me back away. She was trying to get me transferred from that mind to something else. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we did the wife. She ain't need no fucking wife school. We just did it just to be, you know, you want to study Yeah, let me relax. I get a little hype. You want to study. You want to study what you're doing so you can sell it accurately.
Right.
So,
but when I went over the courses, I was like, this is stuff that I already know.
yeah, this stuff she already know. And what Ro told her said she probably already know this stuff, right? So, not the bullshit, not the bull crap stuff. Just some basic little, stuff. But anyway, little talking getting off track.
How did y'all get you met her in Georgia. How did you guys get to France? Because this is the part I'm curious about. Like, how did she convince you guys, and how did you finance your way to France? And then tell us about France, because I
needed a test move to get away from America. We always wanted to travel outside the States, but my revolutionary situation kind of pushed it as an emergency. So there's three things going on: looking at the affiliate part, looking at the marriage stuff, and me needing to get away from America. So how we left is Greg Davis online. I post about him all the time. How he's a millionaire connection. I closed him for $3,000 to the BIP program, right? Mm-hmm. And that definitely got Rose's attention. Okay, that was money we used to help the fly for tickets and stuff like that. Plus, when I first left, I was at the Paris airport. They were still behind. She created a BIP program coaching for me to do for her people. Okay. So we're close. This is where she be lying. I was closing at the airport while they were still behind. Okay. I'm sleeping at the airport closing her students for me to teach them how to sell the BIP program.
But who are they sending the money to?
Right.
They're sending it to her.
And then I get a portion, you see? Okay. So these are how the flights were being paid. My wife missed the first flight, and we had to do it all over again. And that's when she came up with the 455 passive income program, where people give 455, and I was supposed to get them 455 back plus a profit. So I would get. So
it's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid thing.
Yeah, it sounds like. I would get $100 per 455. Okay. You see what I'm saying? This is what she get out. We paid everything. This the bull crap. When I work, when I put my time.
I'm not. You don't have to defend it. I know a scammer immediately. I don't know the details, but I figured it was something like that happening. And at no point do I ever believe what she says. But you guys, you had reason to leave. So you guys leave the States. You go when did y'all left early? So it had to be like 2014, somewhere in there where y'all left.
No, 2018.
When did y'all
leave? I left at the end of May 2018. They left in June.
Okay, so you stayed home and he was there kind of getting the women over there. So, so they
No, back up. Getting the women. Okay. Explain that.
So first, the BIP program, because my husband knows how to close people, like how he closed someone, Greg Davis, through the network program that we know. That's what she wanted him to do. She wanted him to close other people on the program that would pay big amounts. So when some of these people paid, my husband would take 1,000 and give it to the people who paid the 455. Right. Okay, so it wasn't like supposed to be like a pyramid scheme. He was supposed to do like he does in network marketing, close people on the wife school program. She's saying that you can sell it for what you want to sell it for. So we're getting people in by letting them know that this is an organization that you can benefit from, because that's what we initially thought. Okay. Right. So at the end of the day, after we met Ro and she was talking and stuff or whatever, and we're like, okay, this is a good opportunity to be able to leave, right, the U.S. So we discussed it with her, and then we came up with a plan. My husband left. My husband left first.
Can you hear us? Look like it froze.
I know you're frozen a little bit. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. What's the
last thing you heard?
I heard your husband left.
So he left first. We drove for him to catch the flight, and then we drove back. So we stayed, me and the children, we stayed in the house for how long?
Maybe almost a month.
Like a month. We stayed there for like a month just so we can sell our stuff and pack up and whatever.
So you were living, you stayed in a Georgia house for like a month.
We had our own place.
No,
you had your own place. Okay.
We just met.
All right.
We just met at the Georgia house.
Just met.
We were living in Georgia.
I left South Carolina. We left South Carolina to Georgia because of the situation I'm telling you about.
Okay. All right. So you guys, he goes first.
He goes first. Yes.
And he left in 2018. 2018?
He left in June.
May.
He left the end of May, and me and the children June 2018.
Okay.
So that's when we met Ro in 2018. We had already been together, married almost 20 years before we met her.
And she wanted you all to stick around because you were bringing in income from her. So that makes that makes total sense.
And we were a good fit, like being able to advertise. We've been married so long, and look, they took wife school. Look what it's done. Look how like she wanted us to be the face of it.
No, she did. She used you guys. I saw that too. Okay, so how? Just out of curiosity, do you know how much she was making at that time?
How much she was making?
Because all of it kind of crashes around. Do you think how much she was bringing in a month at that point?
At that time,
the
little short time we was making money with her.
Yeah,
it was only the end of May, June, July. When was Hostile Takeover?
Like August.
August.
Yeah. The end of August, beginning of September.
Right. So between that, I don't really know, because
you guys were making.
There was no.
You guys were doing okay. You were okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Until the Hostile Takeover.
Right.
But she had been making money. Like I want to say she had a good run between 2015 until the Hostile Takeover.
Yeah.
She was bringing in quite a bit of money.
But it was dying down in November. After we found her in November 2018, it was kind of getting dead until we started getting active with her, and it kind of made live again. Yeah, the groups were dead. I can remember I'm selling books, and they was getting hyped.
Because she had been in France before that too, because there was the girl who got left. I don't know if you guys remember that girl, the girl that got left. So the Hostile Takeover, Taryn, there were people who were in Rose's group who had figured out they were being scammed, and they decided to expose her from the inside. And so they were posting her courses online. They were saying she was scamming. It was a big thing. It, like I said, it all kind of happened the same time I showed up. Like I didn't have anything to do with the Hostile Takeover. It kind of coincided.
We know that.
Yeah, like it kind of coincided that I have.
Let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
So during that time, like Greg Davis, he was supposed to put 20K after he did the 3K towards the land. You see? Okay. I had another guy, Shay Feimster. I had different guys who was going to put millionaires was going to put 20K that I met in the affiliate market, you know? But when that popped up, they all backed away. They said, bro.
Yeah. No, it was a listen, because I want to say that the L Sybil girl, she reached out to me because like I said, it all happened at the same time. I didn't have anything to do with it. A lot of people thought I was like, first of all, I was never involved in the cult. I just came along when it was going, like all was going to hell. But she did reach out to me and kind of tell me what was happening because I was asking questions. All right. So you guys leaving, you said June, you leave in May, she leaves in June.
The end of
you
May,
go to
her and the children left in June.
Okay. So you all bought your own way to France. They didn't do that. Like I know she
based
said
off working with Ro, closing her people. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
and some of my people, and my people too, not just her people, my people too.
Yeah. So when you get to France, do you all have your own place? What's going on in France? Because it's never really
we got
clear.
a B&B. After they met me in Paris, after they met me in Paris, we met. I did a video in Seoul when we first reunited.
Okay.
And we got a B&B. Ro wanted us close to her. We was like an hour away from her.
Okay. And it was like on the outskirts of Paris, right? You're not in Paris.
No. Now we left Paris. We drove. got a rental car. Like my wife budgeted to where our stuff could have been cheap and could have been even better. But Ro wanted us to be closer. She's like getting us an expensive rental car.
We'll make more money.
We'll make more money. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We got a B&B.
Okay. So you guys lived in the B&B or where you all have been independent. You all had your own place. You weren't staying with her. Like a lot of women ended up.
No.
Okay. So you guys are independently, still working with her, but on your own. So that kind of makes that's what I thought, but I didn't know. So I'm just being curious now. All right. Then you guys are in France. Then you get to, is it Morocco? How did y'all get?
But before that.
I was like, what?
She came to our B&B.
She stayed with you.
No,
she came and visited because she was mad at Laurent, dogging him.
She was dogging who?
And what Ro does.
Husband. She was talking bad about
him. And what Ro does, soon she meets you, she got to always bring up the Dominique stuff, how people don't took money from her. Yeah. Dominique took 30, 25, 30. I think it was 30K then. Now it's 25K.
Everybody owe her 30K.
Yeah. She always got to give her a side story. So you be like, oh, okay, yeah. And you get all drawn in and like, I feel sorry for her. I'm going to rock with her, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I just want to get that part in before we go to the Morocco stuff.
And then somebody is asking are you guys still in touch with the L Sybil from the Hostile Takeover or anybody?
She disappeared.
She disappeared on me too. I'm just asking from the chat. Okay, keep going. So you guys are friends. Things go to hell because that's when the Hostile Takeover comes on, right?
Yeah, we like this, like oh shit. We like shit.
Y'all fighting. You put up a good fight.
We wasn't in France when a Hostile Takeover happened. Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead.
Wasn't in France. We went to France. We stayed in an Airbnb for 2 months, right?
Okay.
2 months, because you can only stay in France for 90 days, right?
Right. Yeah. You have a tourist visa, 3 months,
right.
90 days.
We stayed for 2 months. We went to another part of France as well, and then we were planning on where we would go next. So she's wondering where we're going. I'm telling her I'm looking to see where we want to go. And so I'm like, we're going to go to Croatia. Have you ever been there? And she was like, no, she hasn't been there. So that's where we went. We went to Croatia.
Okay.
When we got to Croatia, we stayed in Croatia for maybe a week or two. And then we went to Montenegro.
Okay.
So Montenegro was right next to Croatia. So while we're in Montenegro, we pay our B&B, we have that or whatever, everything's situated. And then shortly after is when the Hostile Takeover came. So my husband's in the groups telling she just needs to stop what you're doing before you
I told her not to say your name and their name.
You just cause a full-blown thing. So but she doesn't like to listen.
She's narcissistic. It's like, leave me out of it, because if you bring me in it, I don't like bullies. I'm gonna just tell y'all that's my I'm not. I'm not a bully.
The thing is, she's doing it to bring her own destruction. Like in a rap beef, you know, in hip hop, if somebody come at you, don't respond back because you just bringing your audience to them, and now they done killed your audience.
Right,
so and it's like, but you don't listen.
Right, so
and I really wasn't bothering her, but she kept coming for me like she was gonna bully me, and I was like, oh, I got some time, I got a little bit of time to just figure out. Well, now I'm curious. I wasn't even bothering.
Reporting it. She gonna talk about Elle and all that, and the other girl, Muhammad girl or something like that. She's saying all their names.
Normalanka was never really part of.
No.
They're asking. Normalanka was never really part of.
She would say
she used to be in the group.
In the groups, but not like
stuff about me. I know that name. She would say stuff about me, and I'm like, first of all, I don't think you want to talk about me. I try not to get in it. I'm just trying to report what's happening, and then people take personal attacks. And people take personal attacks at me, and I'm like, okay, see now if I say something back, I'm the bad guy. So that's how I always felt. Like I'm trying to be cool. Y'all keep throwing, blows, and I'm like, okay, what about Tamika?
It was Elle and the Elle Sybil and that Muhammad girl that was mostly on her. You were just reporting.
Yeah. No, I did an interview with the Muhammad girl. I did an interview with her. I don't know where she is either. But yeah, so okay, so you guys go from France, Croatia, Montenegro. Keep
So we're
going.
in Montenegro. Hostile takeover comes shortly after. So, you know, she's messaging she's like, they're putting my husband's arrest sheet up or whatever, not even knowing that it was because he had a gun on him. Nothing other than that.
I missed that. I missed when was Laurent arrested? For what?
No, not Laurent.
Oh, you. Oh, okay. I was like, I missed that one. Oh, okay.
So
Never mind. That's fine.
Rose all, you know, oh, they're trying to take money from us, food from your children's mouth, blah, 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 or whatever. So, you know, we haven't been around her long enough to really know how she is. Right. We hadn't been around her long enough, just brief moments, because we're really good at figuring people out. We do it fast. They actually had said for our entire family, they said that they called it the leopard stare.
Leopard stare.
Because our entire family, the children, they just sit quietly and they just watch people. And that's just how we all are.
We make parents
and so we would make them uncomfortable because nobody talks. We just read you out.
They don't look in your eyes.
So anyway, we're in Montenegro and stuff starts happening or whatever. So money's dying down. We're like, we can't get no food. Whatever. My youngest daughter, she already had a small cavity before we came to France. And we were doing like, I was into mostly like homeopathy, naturopathy, stuff like that. And we can't do that there. So it's not keeping her teeth up because it's something you have to keep doing. So anyway, I'm telling her it's a serious matter. I'm like, it's cheap to get it done here or whatever. But we ended up not getting it done. So we ended up getting it done when we was in Morocco, but we weren't with them anymore. We were on our own. So we paid to get our child's teeth done. So she said that we needed to try to make money because she wanted us to come back to France. So we're working.
So you left Montenegro. Now you're in Morocco.
No.
We left Montenegro and now we're back in France.
Okay.
She just mentioned the teeth. She just mentioned the teeth being fixed in Morocco.
But so we left Montenegro and then we're back in France because they were having an event there and she wanted us there. So we have an event there or whatever. And so we're around her a little bit longer. We're getting her a little bit longer. My first flags was I didn't like how she kind of like indirect, you know, like indirect you in a disrespectful way.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah, no. Direct things. So when we first there, she's like, oh, you know, I'm just tired of everybody. I just wanted to be you guys and my family and Keisha. Right. That's what she wanted to get rid of personality. She didn't want nobody else in her little circle. She just wanted to go get a place where it's just us or whatever. And you know, we still getting to know her and whatnot. But when I was in Montenegro, she was kind of getting like a little feisty and was like, I can't teach you guys nothing.
You know, struggle to bring the monster out.
Right. Nobody's
listening. Yeah, no. I know.
Nobody's listening.
I know. I know a lot. I keep to myself, but I know a lot. I keep a lot of stuff.
I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with this lady with her behavior. You know what I'm saying? We not that far apart in the age. I have 7 children. Some of my children are 16. Like, I don't have time for her foolishness and how she's addressing me. Like, I'm not your child. So the thing is, all Ro knew was that I was a really sweet person because, you know, I listen and I take heed of things that are said to me and whatnot. And you'll see that I'm a really sweet person. But if I feel like you're trying to bully me,
then you don't see the other side.
Then you see a whole nother side of me. And they brought that side out. And they brought that side out in Morocco and they didn't like it.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
They were scared.
So okay. So she starts the bullying in France. How do y'all decide to go to Morocco? Y'all are just like going because of the
No.
What happened?
She had a whole plan. She wanted us to all stay in a place together with Keisha. And I told her that I didn't want to stay with Keisha because Keisha's mean. She don't like children. Ro was like, yeah, she doesn't. She is mean. She She was raised by her grandmother. Her grandmother was mean.
Okay.
So I just didn't want to stay with nobody that I feel like is going to have a problem. And the reason why is because her little parenting program that, you know, she was trying to implement. And we have a little girl who was she was 4 or 5, right? And so they're in a whole new environment around a whole bunch of different people they don't know or whatever. And so she's falling out, like she's not listening and whatever. So she puts her outside and tell her that she has to stand outside.
So and I'm like, it's her daughter, right? This is
daughter. This is my daughter.
She tried to put your daughter.
Yes, my 4-year-old.
This is at the event, the first travel study event in Sanctuary. At Sanctuary, where she lives at, close where she lives at, but we was at a B&B close where she lives.
Yeah,
and she tried to put your child outside.
She did. She told her that she needed to go outside.
This is around the event, like it's people there. I'm outside with Joseph making fires and we drink. We having men drinks. The women are in the inside of the B&B. So it happened during that time.
I'm just sad. So like I'm just gonna tell you better than me because
she didn't like how she was behaving, so she put her outside, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, she's like trying to like convince me that this is, you know, she's not being heard, da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, but she don't really understand why are you putting her outside? She doesn't know you,
right, no.
And you're not explaining nothing, and if anything, it should come from her parent. So my daughter, she's my child. She busts the door open.
Right.
Like you're not putting me outside. You're not putting me outside. So she busts the door open and it hit Keisha's daughter.
Okay.
Why Keisha's daughter? Why y'all in front of the door? I don't know. So it hit her because she in front of the door and she yells at my daughter.
In front of the people, like
in front of everyone.
It's like people that you see online, like the Tia Boots and all those the Apple, they was all there.
She yells. My daughter starts crying. She goes, "How dare you cry? How dare you? How dare you cry?"
Oh, you have more.
I'm like, she crying because she
I'm outside. I don't know none of this going on. I'm outside with the men. We making a fire, all that type stuff.
So I start crying because I don't want to act a fool.
But you mad.
I start crying because I'm angry. And
then they came and got me. They came and got
my husband.
And she's like, Quincy, I blah, 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 I blah, blah. And when I do my hand like this.
She do her hand. Yeah, I didn't do my hand. I didn't like all that.
She up her pleading to me.
So I'm crying because, and my husband knows that I'm trying not to lose it. Like I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying not to lose it. So after that incident or whatever, she started kind of acting funny. She started acting funny. So we end up in Morocco. She decided that that's where we should go.
No, I said, don't come on camera. I know you want to, but we don't want that. You stay anonymous because you driving that woman crazy. I'm reading the comments. Sorry. You driving that woman crazy by being anonymous, and we going to keep you anonymous. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want anybody to know until she's locked up. When she's locked up, then you come on camera, okay? So go ahead. Sorry.
After that, I didn't want to deal with her because I'm like, this is not how we roll. We don't roll like this. So she's like, she wants Paris to go with us. She wanted Jessica to go with us. She's like, they can learn from you, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, whatever. At that point, I'm really done, and my husband knows I'm done. Because once you get me at
once you mess with the kids, you mess with my baby, you.
Right. After that, we just done. I don't want to deal with you.
That's a mom instinct. You mess with somebody's babies and it's a wrap. Well, normal mothers, I will say. Normal mothers.
So we was done at that point, but I'm like, we here, we gotta continue on. So I said I'm gonna behave. Told my husband, I'm gonna behave. I'm not, I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna spaz out on nobody. Let's just, see where we can go from here. So she wanted us to go all together with Jessica in Paris. These girls had no money.
Jessica part.
Paris had no money either. But Jessica didn't want to catch
because they don't have the passive income. Where's the passive income?
So Jessica did not want to go back her flight. Ro was telling people they should stay here, da 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 da.
Be free from America.
Be free from America. And I'm telling Jessica, I'm like, girl, how much money do you have saved? And she's like, I got $200 basically, if even that. I'm like, honey, you need to go back.
Right. Rose said,
she was like, but Rose said, I got it. Good, she's got it. I'm like, sweetheart, you need to go back. But she didn't want to listen. I tried to tell her.
And these people all gave her money, right? Like they're there. They've all given her money. Jess has given her money.
Anybody who's paid for events and stuff, they've given her money.
Either they gave her money or they was on a payment plan.
Yeah, or they was on a payment plan.
With no income.
She stayed. She stayed. Her and Paris is with us. So now we're going to Spain. We paid for our flights. We paid for our children's flights. And Ro had to pay for Jessica and Paris.
Okay.
And since she had to pay for them, and I wasn't using my bank card, we sent our money to her. So she tried to make it seem like she paid for our flights, even though we sent her money to pay for our flights.
Okay.
Right. It was Jessica and Paris that she had to pay for.
Now it was little moments when that hostile takeover where
in Montenegro.
Right, where she would like pay like $100-$200 flight.
And she because
on Sky Scanner, you can wait. This is how they be tricking people. You can wait for flights to be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you would see them come later, like her family come later. They will wait to certain times to get cheaper flights. Mm-hmm. So it was like what, $100-$200. And she would pay that, and then when we was in San Puri, I get it closed. Well, we was struggling closes at that time. I get it closed and send it right back to her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So anything she actually.
So you were like, okay.
She got back.
Yeah.
So we're going to Spain or whatever. There's some over there if you want. Look over there. You see him? Get what you want.
And it's the getting she missed, man, it's crazy to me. They wasted the money. But go ahead. Sorry, I'm reading comments.
She did, me too. But so we're going to Spain. You know, Jessica them, they ain't got no money or whatever, and we hanging on by a thread because we came there under.
And that had to be a lot. Okay, I'm gonna just say, as adults, y'all are adults. Y'all my little older than both of you, but it had to be a financial strain and stress having all of you there and your kids. Like that probably was one of the reasons y'all got out, because you got to think about more than just yourselves. You got to think about your family. Yeah. And so I can't imagine the stress of finances, international travel. Then you got this hostile takeover and being affiliated with this crazy lady. Like it had to be a lot mentally draining. Yeah, it had to be like, what the hell are we doing? Like, I can't. I imagine you had that moment, like, we can't do this no more. Like,
and that's why I was like, this woman don't got no money, because you're not gonna let people that's working with you be going through this with their family.
And this is how it's gonna lead to the part of her almost getting kidnapped, because all this stress created a lot of conflicts. A lot of conflicts.
I didn't want to be involved. I didn't want to be involved.
Well, your mama instinct different from daddy. I'm gonna tell you right now. Mama's like, this is some bullshit, and we can't do this.
I'm focused on money and power. I'm focused on
she's like, this is like all of this is madness.
Telling him that I'm a problem. She's a problem. She
doesn't
participate. Blah,
because
blah,
she's
blah.
protecting her kids. She's on, I gotta protect my babies, and this is madness. And we got to get out. And I like I said, I can't imagine. I'm very happy. Like I said, when I heard y'all are out, I was like, well, that's good. I'm glad they're out.
That's why when we left, I had to kick my ass first. I had to kick my ass first. You know what I'm saying? I had to beat me up first. Yeah.
I can't imagine. And I'm sure you still are going through a lot. Like, I know you guys are dealing with a lot and a lot of stress and strain. And I hope you guys make sure legally you take care of her as well for yourselves and your family, because they have a lot of culpability of what they did to you as well. Yeah. So I hope you guys, I don't know what you're doing. I just feel like maybe y'all are doing something in the background.
We can't say something right now.
Right. I'm going to just
trust me, it's on the table.
Yeah.
Right. Like I know, like for me, I'm a very observant person. I don't say much, but I was like, interesting. Like Rose should be afraid. That's all I can say. She should be very worried about you guys. Whatever's going on, that she should be worried. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just want to say, I'm sorry you guys went through that. That seems just, it's unimaginable amount of stress, especially when you have children. You all have.
I'm trying not to cry because it took me.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. I just say, mom.
It took a lot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
To just get everything off of you that happened.
Yeah. No.
You're putting yourself out there for someone else. Mm-hmm. And they lie to you. They're not honest. And
no,
it was harmful to our family. Like
I know it
was.
The
things that happened to us, the things that has happened after, it's taken a toll on my health.
I know it has. I can't imagine.
We understand why Keisha on shit.
Yeah, like I have to say, it's interesting being over here. You know, you don't know me. I'm a complete stranger outside of our interactions. And my whole thing is, she's harmful to people and she's hurting people. And like I said, I only am doing what I can because it's just the right thing to do. That's all it is. Like that's the whole thing for me. And so I have never been your enemy. I've never been angry like y'all. Like I've been annoyed. Like okay, that's you guys doing stuff.
It was never.
But personal. It's never been personal. I've always wanted people to be safe. For your kids. Like I think about people. I'm very protective of children. Yeah. So my whole thing is don't hurt kids. And so when I see what you guys have been through and the things that you are doing to fight back, you guys it's commendable that you're fighting, but some people don't fight back. You see how many victims there are who are afraid to come forward. She has been such a bully and such an evil person that people are literally afraid of her. So you guys are really brave for telling your story, for standing up for what's right, for saying, you know what, we made a mistake.
That's why I launched my campaign. That's why I launched my campaign, because I wanted more women. Okay. It wasn't for me. It's for more women to get bold. It wasn't. Yeah, like it was for us, but you know what I mean. We wanted to make people become bold. You know?
And then, like I said, you guys have been through so much. You wouldn't have even been going through this if you weren't involved with her. And so, like I said, mom to mom, Kasum, I know that you are here to protect your babies and you're doing all you can. And I know that you probably felt alone because I know your husband's there, but you probably were like, I'm fighting by myself to save my baby.
Got my husband, mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so that strength, that mom strength.
There was a conversation that my husband come upstairs and he's like asking me all these questions. And I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? Who's telling you this? And he's like, roll them. And I'm like, okay, so Paris is starting shit. Paris left herself out of it and she's starting shit. This is the night that like we cussing each other out. Like, I'm like, you know what? F this. I said, I'm about to go downstairs right now and pull this bitch up out of the bed and beat the shit out of her for starting shit. Right? Like, he's like, don't do it. Don't do. I'm like, no, I'm done.
I'm in the room. I'm in the room. Like,
but that, like I said, that's a mommy thing. Like I can tell that, I'm like I said, I'm all about protecting kids. Before I had a baby, I'm very protective of children. So, I feel you. I just want you to know, like,
Paris got the nerve because she knew she's like, it's a Pinot.
Yeah, like I would give you a hug.
I said, Paris, you better.
Like if I was there, I would give you a hug to like let you know that there's a world of people who are strangers who support you guys, who are like thankful you made it out, who are there like rooting for you and your family. I hope things go in a positive direction. From this point forward, like I said, I'm still think about it, what the hell am I doing here still on this? Like I am like, it just, You guys are, y'all understand, like, I be annoyed. I be at home like, oh, somebody texting me. Like, why are people keep involving me?
I didn't want to hear her name. I didn't want to see nothing. I'm like, I can't right now. Because
no, you had to have a time.
I'm trying not to spaz out in a bad way.
And the thing about narcissistic, and I'm gonna say this because I'm not diagnosing her, but she shows a lot of signs of being a narcissist. Narcissistic abuse is very manipulative. It's a lot of gaslighting, a lot of lying, and when you have all this anger inside, it does make you sick. Like, you can get physically ill in that type of environment. So I know that you probably stuffed a lot of your anger down because you're raising these babies. You can't spaz out and flip tables and hit people the way you want to because you got babies that you got to be an example for. And you can't. So that's keeping that anger in makes you ill. And so I understand, like, you probably, like, it's the stress plus you're getting sick. You probably had stomach issues and autoimmune issues and all of this stuff that she caused. Like, I see how these women who are still in, how they physically are degrading because of the stuff that she's making them physically ill. That's what happens when you are, dealing with somebody.
They can't see both of us.
Yes. Oh, it's on. I have two going, so it doesn't matter. There's both the vertical and the horizontal. So
okay, cool.
I got both. We got both. But yeah, okay. I totally feel you, and I'm happy y'all are out. But we do got to get to Morocco. What happened in Morocco?
Okay. For us having that, I'm gonna pass it to her. From us having those conflicts, right? The spats and me cussing her out sometimes and all that. Ro advised her to go walk alone. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Yeah. And this is in Morocco.
Yeah, this is in Morocco. I think he wants pudding.
Okay.
So when she told me that I should walk by myself, I don't walk nowhere by myself. We in a whole other country. I don't want to walk by myself. And she's like, you're safe. You can walk in Morocco by yourself. You'll be okay or whatever. She's like, even at nighttime, you can walk by yourself. So one of the days I'm just agitated or whatever. And I'm like talking to her and she's like, just go for a walk. So I go for a walk. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. So mind you, okay, we're in Morocco and I respect other people's cultures. So I'm wearing a long black dress. I'm fully covered. I just don't have on a hijab because I don't want to be mistaken for Moroccan.
Okay.
So I'm not.
And I don't know how you would think that because you look like you could pass for Moroccan easily. So go ahead. I don't know why you would think that, but go ahead.
They knew I was Indian, but I still didn't want to wear a hijab. And it's hot. It's hot as hell in Morocco.
Okay.
But I still wore a full long black dress covered. So I'm walking and I'm not this far from the villa. Like we stayed in a villa. So I'm walking. This man comes out of his house and he's like, are you the American that lives in the villa over there? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, come in, have a drink. I'm like, no, and he's like, he's steadily coming. Go ahead. He's steadily coming, like, come on, come in. I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. So I kind of like verge over and keep walking, right? So I get to a spot where like you can't even walk no more. You can't go nowhere. So I just sit down. Nobody's over there. I just sit down. As soon as I sit down, some man comes out of his place. And he's like, I know he wants to say something to me, but I don't want to make eye contact. I don't want him to talk to me. So he's walking over to me. So, okay, I'm going to look up because now he's coming close to me. And he's like, are you American? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you live over here and you just got this place over here. I'm like, yeah, why? And he was like, okay, I was just wondering, because he was like, first he was speaking in French and I was like, I don't speak French. So he's like, okay, you're the American that lives over there. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so he walks off just not far away and I see him get on the phone.
Okay.
Then another man comes out of the house that's next to it. He goes over to the other men and they start talking. So now I don't feel comfortable at all.
Right.
So I get up and I start walking off. And because I feel something is off, I kind of look back. This man is following me. So I'm walking, I'm trying to walk as fast as I can. He has a dog with him. So I'm walking, I'm steadily looking. He's trying to call me. He's trying to get me to stop and to come back towards his way. And I'm like, no, I'm just about to keep walking. So as soon as I get to the corner where I turn to go to the villa, because it's not that far, as soon as I get to that corner, he lets his dog go. Because he let the dog go. So when I seen him let the dog go, I stopped because I want to see where the dog is going. Okay. And before I know it, he's behind me.
It's a distraction.
And he puts me in a chokehold.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
He puts me in a chokehold. And so I'm trying to push him off of me. He tries to grab me harder. And so because
I was trying to take her away.
Yeah, he was trying to pull me off. And
how did you get out of this?
I hit him.
She hit him. She
okay.
I took up because I took a self-defense class.
Okay.
It was a long story why. But so I just took like the palm of my hand and I just hit him in his face. And he let me go and I just started running. And I saw my son, like my oldest son, I was like screaming and he starts running over and he was like, what? And I was like, that man tried to kidnap me. And so the man starts running.
Right.
He starts running.
Because
they get my husband, they chasing my two older sons, and my husband is trying to go after this man, but he just disappears. So he tells Mr. Anderson what happened or whatever.
So
he'll take over.
So we were told that the man who lived around the corner, they worked for the governor around the corner. The governor, it was a neighborhood to where it's a better status neighborhood than another place in Rondo. And the governor lived around the corner. The guy that tried to kidnap her worked for the governor.
Okay.
He was a driver. And they did not want me to come to the meeting because the landlord, they want to have a meeting with the landlord to discuss what happened. They didn't want me to come discuss with the landlord. They wanted to handle it themselves. They was looking all crazy when we came in the house. Parents looking annoyed. Everybody looking annoyed. Rose didn't contact at all. She stayed clear, silence. Didn't even check up on her. Didn't say, Questy, are you okay about your wife? Nothing. Silence. But we didn't think about it then. You know what I'm saying? Silence. So they didn't want me to come to the meeting because I guess they're going to talk it over, basically.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's very suspicious. I mean, just for future reference, don't answer nobody's questions. I don't care what they ask. I don't know. I don't speak it. Like, my whole thing is I don't know. Like, cause the fact that they knew something about you should have been a red flag right at the beginning. Like, don't even answer. They were trying to identify you. But
I'm not thinking. I'm
I know. Just future reference. Like I don't answer. People ask me questions. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know a damn thing. When I was in Paris, I lived in Paris by myself. People come up to me, ask me all sorts of stuff, English, French. Don't know. Can't speak it. I don't know English. I don't know.
These are not the only reports. These are not the only reports. Bro, telling women to walk along in these countries. These are not the only.
Yeah. No. I mean this.
So, okay. Let me fast forward on how this got confirmation.
Okay.
This is right before Abraham. Abraham. Yeah. Like not right before, but a little recent before that.
Okay.
I made contact with somebody that we dealt with there. You see what I'm saying? And for his protection, he don't want identity, nothing. He said if it got back to him, he never said it. He would claim he never said it. All right. So we got confirmation that Ro was in on it because the guy lived in the same area and he fears that if they find out, because these are powerful people, and that his life is going to be gone. You understand what I'm saying? So I got confirmation, but we had suspicion in 2021, something like that. We was like, you know what? This bitch don't try to get you kidnapped. Like everything just started registering.
Right.
And I finally got confirmation a time before the Ibrahim happened. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this what took the campaign even more.
Can you mention what kind of questions they was asking you? Like,
Which one?
If you was by yourself.
Oh yeah, they asked me through a person there. They asked me if my family and wife was not to be around you no more, what kind of things would you go do? You know what I'm saying?
That's just, I mean, I
Yeah.
know she's a sick person. You all spend a lot. Okay, so I want to, first of all, I'm glad you're safe. Let me just say that I'm glad you're okay and nothing bad happened. Except it was bad, but I'm glad you're out of that and you're okay. You guys talked about both Perez, whatever her name, Anika, I don't know, whatever her name is, and Keisha. And so, let's talk about those two. You've spent time with both of them and their kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk about Keisha right now, because I'm hoping Keisha's safe. Like I said, Keisha, if you're watching, you stay where you are, girl. Don't look back and block her on everything. Go on with your life. We are happy for you. Like, stay safe. F that chick. But let's talk about like Keisha. I have a suspicion like Keisha was in the military. Was Keisha financially supporting Ro through all of this? Like, do you all know anything about that? And like, what's their relation? Were they friends? Were they cool? I just don't understand like how she's in this and how she's been in it for so long. I'm glad she's out, but kind of just describe Keisha, because I'm curious.
First, I want to say I'm shocked that this happened this early of Keisha departing. I'm shocked because I thought that was Ro's right hand man.
Yeah.
I was just shocked. I knew one day it would happen, but I didn't think it would happen this fast.
Right.
So that kind
I
of
think it's because they suspected that she would be she's Aset and she's not. I think that kind of, I think they lost trust because they weren't sure who she was. So go ahead.
There's so many scenarios with that. They could have used that account because they been wanted out or out. It could be so many scenarios. There's so many things that could be, So I look at both parts like it could be that, what you said or what that. But go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
But the time with Keisha living, it's Paris who's the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get to her in a minute because this girl. Anyway, so I'm gonna say Keisha and her husband was following wherever Ro said. Not even if they wasn't really comfortable with it. Yeah. Her husband would say stuff that he's not comfortable with.
He didn't like Ro.
And no, he did. He was saying he said it on any occasion.
I mean, he despised her, and she despised him too.
Yeah, many occasions. Yeah. But so we all are in Morocco in this villa together, and we're supposed to be like doing whatever she has us do on Facebook to make money, right? So we're thinking we making money. We doing what she telling us to do.
The fake accounts.
We liking this, we comment and blah, 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 whatever. Whole family, our older sons too. Yeah. So we thinking we making money, and that's how the villa's getting paid for, food's getting paid for.
First she lied about the villa was we was owning it, but it was a rent.
Yeah,
it was a rent.
Yeah, she was trying to say that it was one that we were buying and all of this, which ended up being a bunch of BS. So I'm already agitated because they put us together with Keisha, and I said I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to stay with Keisha. And I don't really know them, so I'm just was not really comfortable with having to stay with people we don't know and pulling our children to staying with people we don't know. So Keisha was mostly to herself most of the time. We had group chats that we were talking or whatever, and Ro was always catering to Keisha. Everything was about Keisha. Then I got to the point that I left the group because I got tired of hearing the group chat that they had us in. I'm like, what's Telegram? Why are we even in this chat? She's not even here. She's not at the villa with us, but she's trying to control everything that's going on at the villa. They trying to tell me how to clean, how to do this, how to do that. and I just gone on being about myself, doing what I normally do. I've been cleaning, I've been cooking, I've been taking care of my children.
Prayers ain't doing
my
shit.
husband, long before they came around.
None of them was doing shit. It was just my wife.
Nothing.
My wife was doing all the cooking. She was doing all the cleaning.
He should wash clothes.
All the husbands crazy about her food.
He should wash clothes.
When Marcel's wife got mad because he complimented your
he
food.
should wash clothes. Eventually the McKinstry's came and stayed for a short time. What was his name?
It's so much, Kai.
It was
so much.
In fact,
we'll be fast forwarding and rewinding.
We'll
be fast forwarding and rewinding.
Because it's a lot. Like
I know. In fact, right now I'm gonna share in the chat. It's a phone number, it's a WhatsApp number. Anybody who's been victimized by Roe, you can contact this lady. She's aware of what's going on, so feel free to contact her. She's in the area, so people are reporting her, and I'm just sharing information. Keep going. I'm really curious that Keisha was giving her money though. I feel like they, okay.
That's why they mad about. Remember the investment. Hold on. Remember the investment. They said that you can finish your investment. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So Keisha's. So Joseph is her husband, but Joseph left earlier. He's been gone a while, right? Like I feel like he left a long time ago.
During the synagogue, when they first got a synagogue with that little, when y'all said he was homeless on the beach and stuff like that. I think shortly after that.
Yeah.
I
knew that they were over because Keisha changed her name. She changed it to
they erased all their pictures.
She changed it to Ann N. So for me, that meant Anderson ended.
Okay.
You had the A for Anderson and then it said end.
So okay, so Joseph is out, and I'm not gonna name their daughter. Please don't say her name. Yeah. Just we're protecting babies, okay? I know that, so he's gone. He hasn't seen their daughter. She's still with Keisha, right? So but
we don't know much about what went on in synagogue.
Right, because y'all are not there. We can assume that all sorts of craziness going on in synagogue because just based on what they look like,
But when we hear what happens, we can kind of be like, we was around, so
yeah.
I believe it.
Because I tried to warn the Ortiz.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to listen. And then she got mad and was like, it feels like you just want to say I told you so. And I'm like, not at all. I was trying to save you from.
The thing about it is, okay, when you all were in, you trying to warn people. I'm not even in. we're not trying to be mean-spirited by telling y'all that you guys are in danger or trying to be like, I told you. Even with us discussing it now, I'm not here to be like, I told you so. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's about, listen, this person is dangerous to you. And you could get harmed, and we are trying to give you information so you make an informed decision for yourself. Now, if you take the information and you throw it to the side and like, oh, you're just a bunch of haters, that's on you. But if you listen, there's too many victims. There are too many victims. There's too many stories. There's too much of a paper trail. All of this stuff is real. These are all facts. This person is using people and harming people, and everybody is like saying, hey, you don't want to get involved. like just save your money, save yourself, save your kids, and run in the other direction. So that, I even like Halima, and I think who's still there? Candace is still there, I think. Like these women are in a situation where I think they're really scared. I would say that they're probably
scared. Women at the hold on. It be certain things, right?
Yeah.
Joseph will be like, we have to, we're not employees. We're gonna have to. This is outside the road. He's just talking outside the road. We need to find some things to do to make some money, like outside things.
Right.
And Paris was looking like shook as hell. And it be periods where he would look shook. I used to be out to my wife, why is people so scared of this bitch?
Right. What's the video? Okay, so she's posted several videos of Keisha. This whole videotaping, did she videotape you guys? I doubt it. I don't think.
No,
but she
only was around her physically for the week that was the event in San Pui.
If that stuff would have gone on, there would have been a problem.
Yeah.
If she was trying to record it, it would have been a problem.
She does videotape people and compromising. Clearly,
it would have been a problem.
She already knew better.
It would have been a problem.
Like I said, they was already scared of me. They thought I pushed Paris down the stairs just because she fell because she had some socks on. I said I should have pushed the bitch since they want to say I pushed her.
I'm not even mad at that.
I chase people with knives. Now Keisha got an issue with knives. Okay, so why you got all these crazy people around you?
Right, when you're so discerning.
And if you know I'm crazy and I chase people with knives, why you effing with me? Why you effing with my family? You know what I'm saying? Why? Yeah. If you know people crazy.
Well, so she said she's so smart and discerning, and only the best of the best are in the cult. But then as soon as they leave, then they're all crazy and bad. Exactly. Like you can't have it both ways. You can't say I'm a millionaire and I have $8 million, and then you don't have money to go places.
And oxymoron. If there was a face to contradiction and oxymoron in the dictionary, it would be Rose face.
Right, she's constantly saying one thing, and then the screenshots are forever. You know, like before you had to be 30 and 35 to get married. Do y'all remember that? You had to be old to get married, and then she marries off, and I don't know what's going on. She marries off her daughters, and suddenly you're supposed to be young to get married. There's always a screenshot of where she said the exact opposite of what she's saying at some point. It's always there.
But look how dumb she is. They want to clown about homelessness, right? Mm-hmm. They want to clown about homelessness, right? But this is under your watch, dummy.
Right. What? No, that's what I said. When the article about you guys came out, I was like, this doesn't help, bro. Like, smart people are looking at this going. So the people
we tag Perez a fake account so Ro can share it. Because we know, we know Ro like a book. We know she's gonna stretch it.
Listen. I'm not Ro.
I'm smiling.
I'm not Ro. Like I saw the whole thing. I was over there like, look at this. Look at this.
I'm smiling in the photo, right?
And then I'm like, see. And then I saw them salivating, and I was like, they so stupid. They don't even. This is a bad thing for her. Like when I saw, I was like.
That's one of the many reasons why we did it, because we want her to look bad.
Right. And I was like, she's not smart. She doesn't see this is exposure of her. This is it's I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want to say too much, but I see y'all. And I'm like, okay. I'ma sit back. I did share it because I knew it was important to share, because we need to, again, this is about giving information. And again, I just shared in the chat. If you guys have had a bad experience,
I told you good job on your post.
I don't post all crazy. You know me. There's a lot of stuff I don't say. I have, like I said, I'm not involved yet. I'm involved because people will not. Y'all listen. Even if I wanted to walk away, I couldn't. I keep getting dragged back in. My phone book. She can't sneeze online.
We try to leave silently. But this gets in people's inbox. When people comment on my posts, interested in something, she'll go in their inbox. You may want to not mess with that guy. You can go talk to Joseph. You go
she can't sneeze on her page without somebody sending me a message that says she sneezed. I can't get away even if I wanted to. And I think it's funny because she, I blocked her and everything. Y'all don't know how many times I've blocked this woman. I have blocked her on Facebook. I have blocked multiple accounts on Facebook that are hers. I have blocked her daughters. I have blocked her on YouTube. I block her on everything, because I honestly don't want to be involved. I want people to get help and I want people to be safe, but I don't want to be in it. I'm not that deep into it really. And to see that, because people, whatever she brings me up on a constant basis, she accuses me of stalking her, and I'm like, I can't even stalk you. I'm trying to get away from you. And I'm trying to share the victim story.
Hold on, stalking. Kyle, I'm sorry to cut you off. They got the nerve to say stalking. Paris, we didn't get to the point how she started living with us because they wanted to get rid of her. She cried and was like, you can come with us when we was leaving the villa. We getting all of that too. We could do a part 2. Kyle, we can do a part 2 of this. But hold on, look. Speaking of stalking, Paris like this every day on your page. Soon as she
I had to block her. I blocked her.
No,
I blocked her.
No, she'll use other accounts. Kai said
because
Kai. Right now she's
and the
doing this.
thing is,
Quessy. Right now I'm telling you, Quessy.
the thing that's funny to me is that I'm not the person you need to worry about. It's your inner circle who's exposing you. The people who are involved are exposing you. Those are the people, you're that cutie pie. Those are the people who are tired, who have been used, who are being, intimidated. Those are the people who are reaching out to people like Ase and people like Callie and people like me who are exposing you. So you're looking at the wrong people to bother. Like, if you all would just stop, it would be smart to just log off. Like, to me, it's like you are already under so much scrutiny and people are reporting you and you are exposing all of the abusive things and nasty things that you do. The smartest thing you can do at this point is to log off and not say anything. Like, but instead, they keep digging that hole further. And like I just shared, I'll share it again. Let me see if I can. I just shared a person that you all can contact. If you've been victimized, please reach out to this lady and share your story. She's aware of what's going on. So make sure you guys, if you're watching, if you've been involved and it's gotten crazy for you, reach out. That's a WhatsApp number. And let's try to get this lady sent to prison because I'm tired.
It's already.
I would love for it to be done.
It's already happening. It's already in motion.
I know. I'm glad you have your exit plan in place. When she's all arrested and innocent and prosecuted, we can all. I guess we should just do a documentary or something like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like y'all don't know how tired I be. Like I said, I can't go to Italy. It was madness happening when I was in Italy. First of all, I was getting messages in Italy like, God dang, I'm trying to have.
Told you should have stopped by and took a picture just for.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to enjoy my vacation with my family. People messaging me, and then I get back, and then it's like I got to get back to work. I got a life. Like I have things I got to do. I don't have time. And it just kept piling up. And I was like, well, I'll do a video when I get a chance to do a video. And I just didn't have time. And I was like earlier this week, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up on Saturday and do a live. So I'm glad you guys joined. Like, I was like, I'm just going to talk about it and kind of give a historical perspective of what was going on. And like I said, I don't even want to put the screenshot. I had screenshots. I don't even want to put it up because we know that she tries to intimidate people. We know she's just she needs to be locked up. And
they silent as hell right now. They watch it, but they silent as hell. Usually they'll be in here trying to defend.
Well, she's blocked. She can't comment. She can't comment here. Now I didn't block
under fake accounts.
Oh, yeah. But I think I blocked all. You don't understand how many times
they got thousands, Kyle.
Right.
Thousands.
So yeah, somebody wants to know what city are you all in now? Y'all are still in France, right?
Yeah, we're still in France. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all in the western part of France? Is that
no,
right?
no.
Yeah, we're in western. We were in another part for what, 6 years?
Almost 6 years.
Yeah. 6 years.
All right. Do you all speak French now? How's it? How's it?
Je parle français. Je parle beaucoup de français. C'est
d'accord. C'est très bien.
I found parle français meilleur.
Yes. Je comprends. Okay, cool. I was like, y'all been there long enough. You pick it up when you're there. All right, cool. So I'm glad
we can tell y'all Ro does not speak fluent. She can conversate. She can conversate, but she's not fluent like she tries to put it.
I know. I know. Like I used to live in France like way before she did. And I would hear her and I'm like, okay, I'm not fluent myself. I'm functional. I'm a functional French speaker. I can go to a French speaking country and do all my stuff. And I was like, this lady don't speak French. She's lying. Like I think what irritates me the most is that she lies. And again, anybody with any experience in anything that she tries to say she has experience in can tell. Like we can tell. Like we know you're not a fluent French speaker. We know you're not educated because educated people can see that she's not educated. It's very obvious. We know you're not wealthy. We can look at you. People who have experience with wealthy people are like, you're not wealthy. Even though she's been to several countries, she's not well traveled. She's not doing anything in the countries that are culturally significant.
And she can't sell France no more because we here. That's why she stopped. Because we busting out everything. She say ain't no organics here. Here's an organic section right here.
Right.
Like,
they eat 1 meal a day. Like, no, they do not.
They over here.
They always eat
They over here in the village going to the restaurant like 3 times a day, getting steaks and the what's they call the Charolais?
Yeah.
The Charolais cow steaks.
It's just like, I'm tired of the lies. And like I said, every time she lies, it's like, we know you're lying. Like that's why I say you don't got to defend or say anything to me, because I'm like, I can tell she's lying. You don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah. But it's for the audience. I like to let them know, like, look, here's proof she's lying. Yeah. We here.
Right. But it doesn't matter.
That's why
it doesn't matter to her that you have proof, because she's a narcissist. The proof doesn't matter. She's in it for the fight. She's in it for the arguing. Like I'm
talking about her people who on the fence. They know they can see that we're here. We're here. Guys,
I don't understand the people on the fence. Okay, I know as a field. I don't know if y'all are watching the people on the fence. I don't know. I do see your comments, because people post your comments where I can see them, and I just don't understand y'all. Like especially with the video that y'all sat and watched that she recently posted where she's manipulating a child. How are you on the fence? That makes no sense to me. It's pretty obvious that she's manipulating the child. So how are you on the fence? Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Like it's like the people who are Trump supporters. The country's in hell and everything's broken and groceries are up, gas is up, all of this stuff is happening, and y'all still believe this man is lying to you to your face. I don't understand these people. I don't understand people that can't see the truth that's right in front of them.
The person said, I'm glad you all are no longer homeless. When we was homeless, we had
hotels. It's in France. Again,
we had hotels.
Right.
It's the point.
France don't let people
left America. Even when we left America, we was technically homeless, living in B&Bs. We've been nomads the whole time. So
France will let you be homeless. You're not
It's a lot. Okay, this might be your business. Are you guys applying to be citizens? Are you on that track?
It's a long story. I'm just gonna say that Ro told us to come here. She told us to stay 5 years. We planned 5 years. That's why we had our apartment for 5 years that we paid for 5 years ourselves. Children in school. We have medical care, insurance, stuff like that. Like we learned everything that we needed to learn, just to find out when we first got there, maybe 6 months. And I started looking into everything, and it was like, okay, so you can't just apply after you've been here for 5 years. No. There's so much more to it.
Right.
You know? So because there's so much more to it, it takes time.
It's complicated.
Right. It takes time.
I imagine that you're working with someone to help,
Yeah, we have a lawyer. We've had a lawyer since we've been here.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be too much in your business. I know it's difficult.
For the information saying that we was on for months, and that's what made us go homeless. We've been in the process way before that.
Yeah.
Because the landlords wouldn't fix it in our home. Mm-hmm. Now I told I was gonna bust our ass about this later because we got documentation. I just want them to talk all the shit they want to talk.
Landlords are not the same in America, how they are
here. They didn't want to fix nothing, so we ain't paying you shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been bullied by Ro, and we make money so we don't have to stay with bullies. We're not gonna be bullied by Ro. We're not gonna be bullied by no landlords. We gonna have mobility. I'll make money so we have mobility to say fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's part of the story, but it's a long court process of us fighting them because they not fixing shit. But go ahead. Yes, she want to say the documentary. Yeah, they was hounding us and then they made it go. Bitch, the process was going on before we even launched the shit on you.
I'm just okay. You all have no idea why they're in Senegal, because I feel like it's a weird. Even though I know Senegal is like it has, I guess French citizens can go freely into Senegal, something like that. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Senegal is one of those French places that you can. So if they're on tourist visas in France too.
She's not on a tourist visa in France because she's married to Laurent.
But I mean, like the way
I'm thinking that she just got her French passport.
Right, but French citizens.
I think she just got. But Senegal is not one of the places. You're still on a tourist visa when you go there.
Yeah.
But there's ways to go in and out and come right back.
Yeah, Morocco we'll stay 90 days.
You can go to tourist visas. You can literally travel the world and never have like a permanent visa.
Hold on. In Morocco, you can exit the border when your 90 days is up and come back in and recess.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. You can do that. A lot of people
just one day. Just stay one day.
But expats reset their tourist visa just by leaving every 90 days. And
you can't do that in France, but in Morocco we can. So there's a lot of things can go on in Africa that will be loopholes.
And she likes in Africa, she likes going to Muslim dominated countries because she can get away with what she does.
But she prefers France. She prefers to live here.
But
she just want her operations. She just want her operations in Muslim countries. But she prefers France. It's just we here. Yep. She's scared. We here.
Yeah.
This, like I said, this too much of a mess for me. Y'all don't understand.
Look. When I went live, trolling saying we about to go to her house, they all was on my live. The Michael Cutno, the Laurent, they was all on there. So I'm gonna show the shack, y'all. I was like, are we gonna show the shack? They was all on that. I'm trying to invite them to come on. She declining. Something about people don't want to come on no live with her. I'm like, get on. She declining.
She don't want. She does. I mean, look, this is too much. It's too much, y'all. It's too much. I'm tired. I'm about to get off of here, but I'm glad you guys came on.
But we can schedule a part 2 if you need more.
I might come back next week. It might not just be about Raw. I just wanted to just cover all of the stuff. Like, it was so much stuff. Since I got back on the 6th of January, I was like, I can't make a video. I don't have time to sit and make a video. I was like, I'm just going to talk about all of it. Again, let me share this number for anybody who happens to be watching and you want to report her. Please report her to this lady. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Bethiam? Okay. Report her to this woman. Whatever you're going through, whatever, especially if you are in Senegal, you can go to this person. I'm glad you guys came on. I'm glad you guys are safe. I'm glad your family's doing well. I hope you all continue to do well. I hope you all get to a point where this is your past and you're living, your kids, everybody's thriving. I wish you all the best. I really do. I want you all to thrive.
I'll say one thing, Kai. Mm-hmm. For those, have compassion on the people like Keisha's and stuff like that, because it took years to therapy away from Roe when we got out. Mm-hmm. They're freshly getting out, y'all. Yeah. And just like domestic violence cases, how a woman could be going to the police and sometimes she'll defect back and then say you was right and take on his mind that she was at fault. It can happen, y'all. So just have some compassion and understand that we have to therapize our family.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know it was a time and you guys were mad at me, but I wasn't.
We understood. We understood.
Yeah, I was never coming from a place of malice or trying to put you down. No. I want y'all to understand that y'all were I get it. Like, you're being manipulated. Like, people, when they're adults can be manipulated. I think that people need to understand. And
how much more a toddler can. If it's full developed brain adults being said this about them is not true, and about others that are convinced, how much more can she convince a baby, a toddler, all the way to 8 years old? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So I'm just happy that you guys are out. You're safe. I'm glad you guys are speaking out. Continue to speak out. I'm going to continue to do what I do. I share information. Y'all know me. I don't share everything I get, but I share the stuff that I feel like is very important for everyone to know about her. I'm not going to give up. I say, and Callie, please keep doing the things that you do. Keep your foot on her neck until this lady is apprehended. I really want everybody who's been involved to get to a safe place, and I want this lady to just be gone. Like, it's just time. We're going into 15 years of madness. It needs to be over, and then people need to be safe. Oh, that's okay, CJ. It's a lot, girl. Listen, it's a lot.
hey, look.
Right now, we're at how long have we been?
When she in federal court, she's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, remember, I never do anything wrong. I mean, the lady just lies. So
I'm a complete perfect person in the whole world.
I'm in the Guinness Book World. What's the Guinness Book?
She's in the Guinness Book of World Records of never doing anything wrong.
like only a narcissist would say they never did anything wrong. Everybody is capable.
I'm more than Jesus.
Like, she's so crazy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy that like you guys are out, you guys are on her ass. I say keep your foot on her neck. Let's see what happens this week. I like I said, I am aware that a lot of people have been reporting her. She's probably quiet because it probably is getting a little hot over there in Senegal.
Yeah.
You know, especially since there have been, you know, kids, you know, people trafficked to other countries. Y'all included in that, by the way.
Yeah.
That's human trafficking. So like let's keep doing the same thing. keep fighting, keep exposing, and hoping for the best. And like once she's apprehended,
Joseph, stand up and get some nuts, man.
I don't know. Is Joseph back in the States?
Yeah. I love you, brother, but you're pissing me off. All right, go ahead.
I don't know if you saw the videos of what's going on with your daughter, but I do hope that you do something to make sure she's safe. I'm imagining Keisha's in a safe place, but please, you know, reach out. Same goes for Rose's daughter's dad. Like, where is he? Like, I never understood. Was it Phillips? Stephen Phillips? I never understood why he wouldn't step in for his daughters all these years. So, fellas, step up for your kids. Mommies are fighting. Let me tell you, the moms. The moms will say they
don't. I'm sorry,
Mama bear. What they say, Mama bear? Mama bear.
But dads need to step up. Daddies, step up. You know, this is not okay. Anyway, thank you guys for coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all come off. And I don't know, depends on how I feel, because it's like I said, it's a lot for me, but I might come back next week and see if there's an update. If anything, I might just come on and do a live, and it could be a bunch of stuff.
I don't feel sorry for Paris. She gets whatever she deserves. Oh, dirty dog.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we fed and housed that girl after the villa. And we kicked her out because we found her phone, we got her phone.
Bad mouthing. And
saw her talking to Ro while we feeding and housing her. We kicked her ass out.
And cried when she had to leave.
She cried when she had to leave. We know when she went to Japan that one time with them, that's when we kicked her out. And Ro was getting like $25 cash after to help her fly out.
To help her fly out. She was still missing $11.
And she cried.
We had to give her that just so she can catch
because Paris was able to be herself around her.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be.
Paris seems to be the most manipulated out of the bunch to me.
Yes. And she wants to be
and the most dirty.
She wants to be next to Ro. She was getting mad because she felt like we were closer to her than she was. They didn't even want her around.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I know you mad at her, and I'm sure you have good reason. I'm just gonna be a voice of reason. She seems like she's the most manipulated and the most vulnerable based on her childhood, what I've seen of her childhood. And I feel like, you know, she's gonna have the hardest time leaving out of all of them. I think the other ones.
My wife feels the same way. She says the same thing you said, but she snaps back and says,
I do, but I still want to.
I get it though. She probably gets some dirty stuff. I understand. It's a weird thing.
Real talk. If Paris comes to this side, my trolling stops. My nastiness stops. The ugliness war part stops. And we have to we even would send her money and help her.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, cause they can be real nasty. So I understand how you feel. Like, she probably said some stuff, and you were like, "Listen, catch me outside. I don't play like that." But at the same time,
that bitch do shit. I'm not helping that bitch do shit.
You said you would.
You said nah.
She on her not at the last stuff. She probably. I think she got rid. The last stuff she done did. I think she kind of like.
It take a minute to push me away. But when I'm pushed away, it's a done deal. You gone. I cannot see her in person. That's all I gotta say.
I understand. I totally get it. I really do. Like, I understand. I also see that she's probably.
My husband said I hit like Mike Tyson. That's all I gotta say.
Like, out the bunch, I will say I think Perez is the most manipulated out of the bunch, and that doesn't mean I'm cool with her. I'm just like from an outside observer. She seems the most manipulated. She also looks the worst out of the bunch. She seems like she is in bad shape. I really feel bad.
You see what Keisha said? She would be happy to get more lentils than rice. You know, and Paris is such a walking contradiction. The girl was homeless in Morocco for about a year. She told us from her own mouth. She
Yeah,
homeless, period, living with Ro. She lived with us at the village. She lived with us in our apartment. So
yeah,
she needs to stop with that little homeless shit because she's looking like
she
it's like a
doesn't
naked person. It's like a
any.
person naked saying I'm not naked. You know,
She
like they got
doesn't.
the clothes on, so they're not naked.
But I mean, like, she doesn't have any family or anything, does she? Because like Halima can go home to her family, and I think Candace has some family. I don't think Paris has anybody that she can to rely on.
Because she went back, she was with Johnny, and she didn't want to come back overseas because she was homeless. She called my wife during the hostile takeover. She called my wife and said, "Please don't say nothing."
I didn't say nothing.
But how is my husband gonna make money? Come here? Do she have a plan? Do she she didn't want to come back from her experience?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand how you feel, and I'm not taking away from how you feel. I just see her as the one that's in the worst position out of everybody, and so I have compassion, but I'm not a fool. Like, she'll come on and say something crazy. Like, don't get it messed up, Perez. You can catch these hands.
Yeah, bitch. Eat your lentils and your rice. Enjoy, bitch.
But
enjoy your lentils and your rice.
She's treat you the worst. If she leaves, it's gonna be really ugly. If she leaves, that's when we're gonna see Ro really cut up.
If she leave though, she just gonna leave and
no, she talking about Ro. She said Ro gonna cut up.
Yeah. Like, she ain't gonna know where to go.
Yeah, I know. I feel for her. I don't think she has anybody to help her. But if you call that number that I put up here, let me put it up here.
You better call that number, Paris, because that's all they help you.
Call that number.
Paris, I told you to get out, Paris.
Call this number, and you might be able to get some help to get out. Because I don't think you're safe. I really don't think you're safe.
If she don't get out, she about to go down with somebody. Get out, Paris, or start snitching once they get you.
Snitch or ditch.
Anyway, all right. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna get y'all off of here. Thank you for joining.
Hey, much love. Much love, Kai. Much love.
All right, you all take care. Take care of those babies, okay? All right. Bye. Oh God. Okay. All right, people. I feel like we shared a lot today. This is a very long live. I normally don't stay on this long. So again, I posted that number. Please feel free to reach out to that person if you've had some issues with Ro. If you're in Senegal, go ahead and call them and let them know whatever is happening. There's a lot of people. Let me put up some other ones today. These are some other people you can contact. You can go to this Facebook page. You can reach out to them. You can contact. You can contact this person here, this Luigi Limone. Feel free to contact him. And then here's somebody else you can contact. Ken Rochford. This is Department of Homeland Security. Feel free to contact him as well. Am I going to do more interviews? That was very impromptu. They happened to show up and I invited them. So I don't know if I'm going to do more interviews. It just happened to happen today. I might. I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm going to get back on live about this again. I just felt like it was just so much happening that I couldn't just do one video about it. And I just wanted to just get all the information out there and talk about it and let people know what's going on. So hopefully soon at some point this madness ends. I'm really tired of so many people being harmed, and I'm hoping that this lady is finally apprehended and this story finally ends. It finally has an ending. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody. Please spread the word. Please share this live. Please tell people to watch it. Please share the information. If there's anything else, you guys know how to contact me. I'm on Facebook as Kai Nicole. I'm on Twitter as Kai Nicole. I'm on Instagram and on Threads as Kai Fly Mommy. And I'm on Blue Sky as Kai Nicole. Feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to DM me. I do respond to women. If you're a guy and you're not talking about something that has to do with this, I'm probably not going to respond. But yeah, reach out. Let me know. Keep you guys, shout out to Assay. Keep doing what you're doing. You are appreciated. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. Like I said, I'm tired, and you came along a few months ago and you have been at it. You are appreciated. You are doing the work that needs to be done. And shout out to Callie. I don't know if you were on here. You guys are doing amazing. Shout out to Keisha for getting away. Stay gone. Stay gone. Block her. Go live your life. You can thrive. Just stay safe. Take care of your baby. You have support. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'm tired. My throat is dry, so I'm getting off of here. Thanks for watching. Peace.